Is ashwagandha really a helpful herb, or is it actually bad for you? Because even some countries like Denmark are banning ashwagandha. They lately banned ashwagandha. I think it was in 2020, I think, not that long ago. So why are they doing that? Because they actually think it has a potential harmful effect on our bodies. But as we know, government is always trying to protect us, always trying to protect our health, and that's why they ban these really bad herbs. But here's actually what's really going on when you take ashwagandha, what ashwagandha can do for you, okay? Everybody is stressed out nowadays, okay? There's virtually no human being anymore that is not stressed out, and ashwagandha is one of those supplements or one of those herbs that is highly beneficial for the adrenal glands. It is an adrenal strengthener. Your adrenal glands are glands sitting on top of your kidneys, and they are the most important endocrine glands of your body. They produce hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, and when the adrenals are weakened, it's not like they're just weakened, it's that they sometimes over and sometimes underproduce adrenaline. And that's what's happening when you have weakened adrenals. And ashwagandha is a super adaptogen. What does adaptogen mean? Adaptogen means that it helps you to cope better with stressful situations. And why is it doing that? Because ashwagandha is really helping to stabilize your adrenals. It's preventing your adrenals from overproducing too much adrenaline and cortisol, so that you have like a good reaction to certain stressful situations that are happening in your life. Not too much, not too little. Ashwagandha is helping you with that. And in that way, it's really helping you to strengthen the adrenals, especially when you have weakened adrenals. That's why ashwagandha is one of the best things you can do if you have weakened adrenals. And ashwagandha is also really helpful when you have any kind of hair loss, because hair loss, especially when you have like alopecia or like thinning hair or just hair loss, is also caused by weakened adrenals, because they produce specific hormone that is keeping hair follicles alive, and ashwagandha can help to bring back that hormone of the adrenals. So it's really strengthening the adrenals. But it's not only that, because ashwagandha is helping to prevent like these hard adrenaline surges from your adrenals. It also protects your liver in a way, and it also protects your liver from these adrenaline surges. And because you don't have these harsh adrenaline surges, you also don't feed viruses so much, because viruses also feed on adrenaline, because adrenaline is a hormone. Some viruses like Epstein-Barr virus, shingles, or even bacteria like strep bacteria, they can feed on adrenaline. And that's why a lot of people, when they have emotional hardships, when they have a divorce, when they have pregnancies, when there's like stressful things going on in their life, that's why they get their first diagnosis or they get their first symptoms in their life, because the adrenaline is feeding the underlying pathogens in your body, and ashwagandha is actually helping you to prevent that, okay? Ashwagandha also helps to your thyroid to produce hormones more easily, and it's supporting the thyroid there. Ashwagandha is also helpful for the brain, especially when you have brain fog. So why is it helpful for the brain? Because it supports the brain in general. It also supports neurotransmitter chemicals. So that's why ashwagandha is helpful as well. Ashwagandha also boosts white blood cells. So ashwagandha is strengthening your immune system in a way as well. It's also helpful to improve oxygen flow into your lungs. So if you have some lung issues, or if you have like COPD, it can be helpful for that. If you're an athlete and you try to have more oxygen flow and you want to increase that, ashwagandha is helpful as well. I used to be a professional soccer player in Germany. I was on ashwagandha the whole time while I was playing soccer, because I knew of these benefits. And when you're like so stressful in that stressed environment, then ashwagandha is really helpful. Especially I had the symptoms of like brain fog and adrenal fatigue. I had more like a chronic fatigue, like the neurological fatigue, where you feel like, you carry like a 40-pound vest with you. It's a little bit different to adrenal fatigue. I haven't had so much adrenal fatigue, but I was taking ashwagandha every day. I'm still taking it every day because I work a lot, I have a stressful life, I take care of my clients, I run a business, I have employees, so I need to make sure that I am, if I'm in stressful situations, that I can cope with that even better. And a lot of people are also asking me, hey, what kind of ashwagandha do you recommend? What kind of ashwagandha is the best? So because of that, I created a little product, a little guide for you. It's just a short video and it's a full recommendations list for all the supplements I recommend. So you never have to check anything else. You can just go to that list and you see exactly the best supplements you could potentially buy for yourself. And I also have a complete checklist in that little guide where you can check the existing supplements you have at home right now for all the ingredients that might be in there that might be bad. For example, if you have an ashwagandha that is a tincture, for instance, and that has citric acid in there or alcohol, that's typically derived from GMO corn. So you don't want to have that in your supplements. So I have a full list, okay? You just go through that list, you check, you have basically a checklist, okay? You go on that list and you see, okay, no citric acid, check. No natural flavors, check. And all of the things that are in there, you can check that with your existing supplements and you can see, okay, this one I can take, this one I should never take it because it has really bad ingredients and it's actually more harmful than good. That's also the reason why lots of people take ashwagandha and they have problems with it because it's just a very low quality supplement with bad filler ingredients. So I put a little guide out there. The link is in the description on that video and you just can go to that guide, you can get it, and there's a whole list about what you should, it's like your checklist for the rest of your life. You can always check supplements with that. You have full recommendations lists. I have recommendations lists for basically all around the world. It doesn't matter if you're in Europe, if you're in USA, if you're in Australia, if you're in the Emirates. I have recommendations lists for all of that. You just go there and then you can get the best ashwagandha supplement that I recommend, but also, for example, oil of oregano or all kinds of supplements that are in there. You can just go there and you can get the best supplement that is available on the market, so you don't need to worry about that anymore. And I also update that because, you know, the supplement providers and the manufacturers, they also change their formulas here and there as well. So sometimes they put in a bad ingredient in there, so then I get that out of the list because I don't want, you know, supplements with bad filler ingredients in there. So what you need to do is click the link in the description that I have there, and then you can get that guide and you can just check your whole supplement. It's going to be so worth it. And then you can also have all the supplements I recommend throughout, or like in the whole world basically. So you never buy a supplement that is actually harmful for your body again. Thank you for watching and see you in one of the next videos. Bye bye.